أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وصل اللهم وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد والتابعين ومن اتبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. We give thanks to Almighty Allah, the most gracious, most merciful. Bismillah ta'ala, we are going to continue from where we stopped in the previous class, and that is حروف الطاء, حرف الطاء. We stopped on bad, and now we are on pa, pa. Pa articulates from the top part of the tip of the tongue when it hits the roof of the upper incisors. From the top part of the tip of the tongue when it hits the roof of the upper incisors. Pa, 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 pa. The top part of the tip of the tongue when it hits the roof of the upper incisors, and that's where pa articulates from. Pa, pa, pa. So now let's move to the next alphabet, which is va. Va, 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 va. Va. First thing you should know about va is that va is a heavy letter. It's a heavy letter. In the pronunciation of to, it's articulates when the the tip of the tongue in the edge of the when it's on the edge of the upper incisors. Vo, 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 vo. When the tip of the tongue is at the edge of the upper incisors. So, and by the time you pronounce this very well, you notice that your tongue should be outside. Your tongue should be outside. The same way when when you pronounce fa, 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 your tongue must show. And that was the, the. So and but and likewise this vo, 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 vo. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا. ربنا ظ ظ ربنا ظلمنا ظ ظ. So that's just get that. And now let's move to the next. It is pronounced from the middle part of the throat. And you should notice. I don't know when I was explaining the huruf al halq. I think by that we should have recall what we've discussed when it comes to the alphabet, the letters of the throat, and these ain articulates from the middle part of the throat, and that's why you feel the vibration when you pronounce it correctly. Ain, ain. By the time you put your hand at the middle of the throat, ain, ain, you feel a kind of vibration. Ain, 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 ain. عن المجرمين عن المجرمين بل أحياء So by the time you pronounce it correctly, it's very simple, and inshallah you get it better. So, but you just have to practical. You have to know it theoretically, and that's why you'll be able to apply the practical aspect of it, and that's why this class is essential. Before we delve into uh, the main practical parts of the, may Allah make it easy for us. And now let's move to the next alphabet, which is Ghain. Ghain, Ghain. It is pronounced on the highest part of the throat. It's as well a throat letter. So it's pronounced on the highest part of the throat. Right, closest to the part of the mouth. When I say the highest part, it means the closest of the throat. That means the غ غ غ غ غ غ غين 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 أغ أغ غين غين غير غير صوت الفاتحة. غين غين you feel at the top part of your throat, closer to your mouth, you are going to feel that. غير المغضوب عليهم So, and that's that as far as غين is concerned. And now let's move to the next one, which is fa. Fa is pronounced by combining the edge of the upper incisors when they hit down on the part of the lower lip. Fa, fa, fa. You combine the edge of the upper incisors. Fa, 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 fa. And when you let it hit down on the inside part of the lower lip, on inside part. After combining the edge of the upper incisors, and you let it hit down on the inside part of the lower lip. Fa, 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 fa. فلقتحم العقبة. fa, fa, fa. فبأي آلاء fa, fa. في صحف في صحف في صحف. So that's that about that as far as concerned. And now let's move to the next alphabet, which is qaf. Qaf, 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 qaf. Qaf is pronounced from the deepest parts, deepest part of the tongue. Qaf, 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 qaf. The deepest part of the tongue, and that is the closest part to the throat, and that's the farthest to the mouth. It is far from the mouth. Qaf, qaf, qaf. That means it comes at the back of the tongue. Qaf, qaf, qaf. So that's that about that as far as qaf is concerned. Qaf, qaf, qaf. So, and now let's move to the next, which is kaf. The next alphabet, which is kaf, kaf. You can see the difference. Qaf, 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 kaf, 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 qaf, qaf. So they are different. We have qaf and we have kaf. And now the kaf is from the back of the tongue as well. But in the real sense, it's closer to the mouth than the qaf. So kaf as well comes out from the back of the throat, but kaf kaf as well comes from the back, but it is a kind of more closer to the mouth than that of qaf, than that kaf. Just know the difference. We have kaf and we have qaf. They both articulate from the back of the mouth, from the back of the tongue. But qaf comes from a place that is more far. It is closer to the throat than that of kaf. Of kaf, of kaf, of kaf. And that's that about that. Let's move to the next alphabet, which is lam. Lam articulates from the tip of the tongue when it hits the gum of the upper incisors. Lam articulates from the tip of the tongue. La, la, la. When it hits the gum of the upper incisors. The tip of the tongue, la, la. لم يلد ولم يولد لم يلد ولم يولد لم 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 لم. And we are going to stop there for today, and tomorrow bi'idhnillah ta'ala we will in the next class bi'idhnillah we round this off by completing the the articulation points of the alphabets one after the other, how it's arranged, how it's being arranged, and then we move to the attributes of, the alphabets bi'idhnillah ta'ala. صلى اللهم وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه الأخيار وسلم تسليما كثيرا. السلام عليكم.